Hello and welcome back to another Future of the World episode. In today's episode, um, a bunch of stuff's gonna happen. Um, yeah. Uh, Maybe looking at what's on screen right now, and that is the Alliance layer. We've got the blue stars. This is NATO, and the green diamonds. That's bricks. I'm pretty sure there's more, but I couldn't really be asked to put more in. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna turn that off there. But yeah, I'm gonna preface this video by saying that the events in this video aren't entirely true, or well, not true. I just want to say that this is fiction. Like this probably isn't gonna happen. But yeah, preface this by saying this is fiction. Don't take this to heart. Um, this is just for entertainment. But yeah. Anyway, let's dive into the video. First up, we're gonna continue our little Indo-Pakistani war. But yeah, last episode, as you saw, or maybe didn't see it, but if you didn't see, you should go watch it right now. Uh, but yeah, anyway, as you saw, India, Pakistan, they started a war. So yeah, uh, let's start that. So down here, India's like, you know what? We don't want you in our country anymore. So they kicked the Pakistani forces out. But yeah, they also like continue pushing further into Pakistan. I'm not entire. I forgot where Pakistan's capital is. I think it's like over there. Okay, so apparently it's like right up. I think it's up here. Islamabad's like right up there. So yeah, that's where like the fiercest fighting is gonna be, like up near Islamabad, where Pakistan is gonna like care the most about. But yeah, India sends forces in up this way. They like they send it up along the Chinese border uh, to make sure like that China doesn't like get involved in this war. Because if you don't know, in real life, China also has some claims over the Kashmir area. But yeah, India they go up this way to make sure China doesn't get their hands involved in this. Because if China did get their hands involved in this, then it would go south fast. But yeah, anyway, India is going to invade over here, send its forces up this way into the northern part of Pakistan. They're also going to send troops into this way, into this part of Pakistan. Um, yeah, I'm not entirely sure like what India would do exactly, except for like invade. But yeah, so yeah, India, they continue doing this, invading, and they eventually cut Pakistan off from the sea, and yeah, it's not going good for Pakistan. So Pakistan, they surrender. Yeah, they don't really want to get their asses whooped any harder than it is right now. So yeah, so yeah, they surrender, and let's take a look at that peace treaty. So yeah, this is the peace treaty. As you can see, India establishes complete control over the area of Kashmir, um, which is basically a bunch of Pakistan or northern Pakistan area, a bunch of Pakistan's northern area. And then down here, they take a little bit down here. I think this is where like Hyderabad is, Karachi. But yeah, they take this little area down here. But yeah, now moving on from this Indo-Pakistani war, we move on to Israel over here. So as you can remember in the last episode, Israel, um, can't say this word on YouTube, but they took over the West Bank of Palestine. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, they took that over and they've started doing some not so YouTube monetization friendly stuff, i.e., what Germany did to Jewish people in the 1930s and 40s. But yeah, because Israel's doing all of that, because Israel has been doing that, we get to see a little return of our old buddy Hamas. Yeah, they're because Israel basically just flattened all of Palestine. A bunch of Palestinians are really, really, really angry now, as they rightfully should be. And now Israel has a little bit of a Hamas problem on their hands. whereas Hamas and the Palestinians are really, really, really angry and really, really hate Israel. And you're gonna see a little support from the surrounding Muslim countries such as like Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, but they're not gonna get directly involved because they don't want the smoke from Israel. Because if you know your history, back in the 60s, Egypt, Jordan, Syria, and Lebanon, they all declared war on Israel and they all got their asses whooped. So yeah, they're not trying to do that again. But yeah, but because Israel is having this Hamas problem, the U.S. is going to send $50 billion to Israel. And you may be asking, why would they do that? And I tell you, because they want to, and because they kind of agree with Israel a little bit on what Israel's doing in Palestine. So yeah, they're gonna send $50 billion to Israel. $50 billion that could have gone to, Ukraine over here, who's having a really bad time right now. But yeah, that is instead going to Israel and funding the Palestinian go away movement. Again, I hate YouTube's monetization. Well, I'm not monetized at all. Um, so I'm not sure why I'm complaining, but I do know that if I say swear words and words YouTube doesn't like, my videos don't get recommended to people. Same with comments. If you're in the comments section, don't swear, please. That I think gets rid of, or that makes YouTube stop recommending my videos. So don't swear in the comments. If you disagree with me politely. But yeah, anyway, that happens in Israel, and now we go over to uh, the Russia-Ukraine war, and yeah, over here, Ukraine isn't doing too hot, with America not giving $50 billion to it instead giving it to Israel, even though Ukraine probably needs it way more than Israel does. Yeah, Ukraine is kind of getting cooked here a little bit. I'm not sure how realistic this is. Russia's actually getting their ass beaten right now. But yeah, anyways, Russia moves more troops in, and Ukraine is really not happy right now, as you could probably understand. Half their country is being invaded by the Russians and that doesn't they don't like that really. Ukraine once the Russians get closer to the Dnieper River and therefore or start like get yeah they get closer to and they go to the Dnieper River, which is like really close to Kiev, or I'm sorry any Ukrainians if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Let me know if it's Kiev or Kiev. I think it's Kiev. But yeah, they're getting really close. Ukraine, there's like over in Kyiv, there's like constant like air raid sirens because of Russia, doing that. Ukraine, before the Russians can get to their capital, they are going to surrender under the condition that they can join NATO. Russia denies this and then continues in closing in on their capital. And then Zelensky's like, "Hey, okay, I don't think we can fight this war anymore. We're kind of losing. There's like, oh no, they took over Odessa. Uh-oh. So yeah, Zelensky is like, okay, okay, okay. Um, we surrender and we will not join NATO. Um, and then Putin's like, okay, yeah, sure, we'll accept that. So yeah, now let's take a look at the peace treaty. So this is the peace treaty. As you can see, Russia took like basically the eastern half of Ukraine. Um, like basically everything they invaded. And you may be wondering, hey, why is there two Ukraines? Well, this is West Ukraine and this is East Ukraine. East Ukraine is under direct Russian vassalization. They're basically like a vassal. If you don't know what a vassal is, it's basically like a country that is operating, but it's basically just like an extension of like another country. But it can't do anything like on its own. It has to like get approval from like the mother country. But yeah, so yeah, East Ukraine is now a vassal of Russia, and West Ukraine basically has a puppet of Russia, or has like a puppet president of Russia. But yeah, so yeah, this war has ended after 3 years, and Ukraine unfortunately lost it. But yeah, NATO or like West Europe is like, shoot, this is not good. You know why it's not good? Because now, it just proved that Russia, even though even though it suffers have heavy casualties, can still, take over countries, which is bad if you are Europe and border Russia, especially Finland, the Baltics, and now Romania and Moldova. So yeah, these guys are like not good. Hey America, what do you think about this? America responds to this by saying, "Oh, good luck, you guys. Have fun. Yeah, we're gonna do this little thing called isolationism. It worked out for us in the a little while ago. Yeah, have fun defending Russia by yourselves. We are going to deport more people to El Salvador. You guys have fun with that." And all of Europe is like, yeah, Europe is not happy. Like, they start pissing themselves and are like, shh, uh-oh. But yeah, the alarm bells are ringing, because now they are left to fend Russia off by themselves, and Canada, but Canada doesn't really do anything. But yeah, the strongest nation in the world that was basically protecting them, has now left, which frightens Europe to its very core. They are very scared, because big bad Russia is right at their doorstep and can now basically take them all over. So yeah, this leads to everyone in NATO tripling their defense budget and building a ton of more arms factories. Um, so that in case Russia decides, they want even more land. And the reason why, America left NATO, well, it's because Trump got a little call from Putin, saying, "Hey, can you do me this little favor and leave the NATO?" And Trump's like, "Yeah, sure, you got me the election, I'll leave NATO." And then he left NATO. So yeah, Europe is terrified. They are probably going to look to more people or like other countries to like, hey, anyone want to join? Um, we kind of need the help. And they find that Japan is like, you know what? If if America's deciding to leave all of Europe alone, then it's probably just a matter of time before they decide to leave us alone and have us defend ourselves against China and Russia. So Japan is like, you know what? We'll join up. We'll become a NATO member and protect ourselves. They also they also NATO also gets a little call from South Korea and is like, hey, yeah, we'll also join, because we're also kind of scared of Russia and China. And usually all NATO members have to ratify it like instantly, or well, NATO, how joining NATO works is that you have to like be able to like, every single member nation has to like accept you, and usually this would take a long time. But with recent events, Turkey has decided that it's not going to be a little jerk anymore and veto countries, like it usually does, and like it did with Sweden and Finland. Same with Hungary, though Hungary did have an election and ousted Orban. Though I'm actually not sure when Hungarian elections are, but whatever. Let's just say they ousted Orban. But yeah, all of NATO, they're like, you know what? Sure, we need allies anywhere we can, anywhere we can get them. So South Korea and Japan join, and they also get a call from the land down under, and Australia joins NATO as well. They're like, you know what? Screw it. We could join. Why not? Let's join. And this is like huge for NATO, because Australia has a bunch of minerals like lithium and stuff that would very greatly benefit Europe. So yeah, that's big. We also see like New Zealand join because like why not? But yeah, Europe now has the strongest uh weapon of all, the Kiwi bird. So yeah, good luck, rest of the world. You're gonna need it. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. I liked it a little. If you have any suggestions on what I can do in the series, let me know. I like to know your opinions on the series. If you disagree with me at any point during this video, let me know in the comments politely, by the way, no swear words, please. I've decided that family friendliness is the way to go. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Hope we can do it. We're almost halfway through the end of the year, and we are not halfway to 1,000 subscribers. That worries me. Get there for me, please. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.